Follow this QR code to make a secure contribution in support of the Bemidji Curling Club's high-quality live streams. Your support makes all this possible. Thank you.
super loud up there, and it was like really bad. But if you can reverse it,
Yeah, that would be better, but I just got that down. recording, but
Well, all you're seeing there is the same view that's on
that's
sheet
right.
C.
That's right.
You're gonna have to hope that. Let's see. I don't know if it actually comes right up to it. We'll see. If it does.
So we wanna go.
All I did last night was turn it off, yeah.
Use it.
Follow this QR code to make a secure contribution in support of the Bemidji Curling Club's high-quality live streams. Your support makes all this possible. Thank you.
Settings, inputs. This is get my one. There you go.
Hey.
Should write that down. Yes, there's your sheet. How are you? I was just down there and maybe you want to text Bill and find out if so he can text you when you're live.
I don't have any of his numbers or anything. So. texting you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, everything's.
Can we turn the mic off out there? I talked to Dave too about it. All they could hear was the jumbo out there
Okay.
last night. We couldn't hear this at all. But we're
Yeah, we could.
huh?
I can hear you.
Let me show you what you heard. Yeah.
You do need to speak clearly though, because I've got the volume turned way up and
Okay. Where are we at here? Should say.
Follow this QR code
you.
to make a secure contribution in support of the Bemidji Curling Club's high-quality live streams. Your support makes all this possible. Thank you.
Hi, Ross. How are you doing? No, not yet. Yeah. Next week, yep. Okay. Good. Yep. Yep.
Oh, hey. Thank you. Like I really didn't look at the schedule this last week.
Good. Good. Okay. Well, I gotta tell you, I'm broadcasting here. I'm the announcer, and I'm about to go on air, so gotta run on you. Yep, we'll get lined up. Bye.
No. Pass the holiday.
minutes to the end of practice. 1 minute.
Okay. Can I talk to my husband about this? Okay, so I asked Norm if you say anything, you're talking about how the trees is, trees. Okay. But, okay, the bathroom, I think I know.
Well, welcome to the Bemidji Curling Club. We are just finishing up the practice and seeing the last draw to the button to see who has hammer. This is Kent Barr, and I'll be broadcasting for you today at Sheet 3, Bemidji Curling Club. Today we feature in this first draw, second draw of the event, first draw of the morning, Nate Parry and Podoll against Brenden and his teammate Heidi Holt. Zach and Heidi are the current winning junior doubles partner and are playing in this event because of that. See Ann delivering her LSD shot. Bemidji Curling Club started in 1935, moved to this building in 1967. Original building was where the Northland apartments are now. Here comes her button shot. She's into the forefoot. And just the edge of the button. That was a great throw. Anna and Nate will be throwing the red rocks. Zach and Heidi will be throwing the yellow rocks. Should be a good game. Looking forward to it. The crew here in Bemidji have been working hard to get the ice ready and the club ready for this equation. Four games going on sheet 2, 3, 4, 5. You can catch those online here from the Bemidji Curling Club, or you can watch this on 3 with the broadcast as our featured sheet. Either way, we'd love to have you join us. If you can come out to the Curling Club here itself, a lot of good viewing. Here comes Nate's out turn, going counterclockwise, coming back to the home end of the sheet of ice. The lowest LSD between these two groups will be having hammer as they come out and start the game here in a few moments. Ice crew is ready to do one last swipe with the mopping. Fun to be here with you. I hope you're enjoying the broadcast. We had a little snafu yesterday, and hopefully we got that corrected. The sound was a little bit strong from out on the ice, kind of overwhelming the broadcast here. Nate's rock ended up in a 8 foot. That's Steve Shields out there measuring. Steve works at a lot of these events as an official. Appreciate all that he does. Along with Sean Olson and his ice crew. Both those that come to all the events, or quite a few of them, and then along with the Bemidji crew taking care of the ice. We'll have Steve, I believe, probably going out and getting last minute instructions before the start. Nice opening ceremonies yesterday. If you ever get to experience one of these in person, you'll really enjoy it and you'll want to come back. Great event. One of our local ice makers there, John. You see the code, the QR code on the screen. If you'd like to donate to the cause of putting on this event, would love to have you just take down that QR code and they'll have information for you there. See the coaches out there? As I mentioned, Zach and Heidi, they are our current junior champions in mixed doubles. Heidi is 17. And Zach is 19, representing the U.S. Yep. Got Terry Matson up here working as assistant to Dave Wilford. Terry's always does a wonderful job. His wife, Bev, is working the merchandise booth this morning. And now the teams are going to set out the rocks. See, the yellow rocks have hammer. That would be Heidi and Zach. Heidi Holt, Zach Brenden. The rock staggered in front. The red rocks. They belong to Ann Podoll and Nate Parry. Looking forward to this game. Other good games going on other sheets too. Sheet 3 will be our feature sheet every day, every draw. And we're on the second draw. Divided into two groups, Pool A and Pool B. This morning's game is Pool B. At 12:30 today, there will be a draw. That draw will be with Pool A. And then again, we'll have a game at 4 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. So it's a 4-draw day. Each team will be playing 2 draws. And here goes our first rock. This is Ann Podoll with her teammate Nate Parry sweeping, trying to put that rock right in front of the yellow one, which is in the back of the 4-foot. Ice is very fast and what we'd call sweeper's ice. Beautiful draw by Ann. The teams that are successful here pretty much own that 4-foot. For us club curlers, that's quite a challenge. They throw these rocks over and over and over to get to the place of perfection almost. Now, Ann will be throwing the first and the 5th rock. The 2nd, 3rd, and 4th will belong to Nate. First rock here being delivered
by Zach. And he'll have the first and the fifth. Coming down on that rock. Moves it to the back of the house. If that rock would be out of play completely, if he would have hit that rock and put it out of play, it would be replaced and the yellow rock would be taken out. Instead, the yellow rock that was thrown. Up until the fourth rock, they cannot take another rock of the opposing team out of play. Nate's in danger of hitting that guard, and he just barely rubs it. And it spins back, so it's a full 8 foot. The two yellow rocks are in the back of the 4 foot. So now you'll see Heidi throw the second, third, and fourth rock. Fun to see the crews grow up through juniors and then on into the men's and women's competition. Heidi is attempting the draw. On the left side, doing a clockwise turn, in turn here. They're wanting it to move in, hanging out there quite long. She hits it pretty solid. Red is now shot rock, but there's 3 yellows surrounding it. See Steve Scheel on the away end, sitting there. He's our second in command as far as the people that are patrolling, our officials. Nate Parry coming in from the right side. Last night the ice was staying, the rocks were staying pretty straight until they got almost to the hog line and then they curled sharply. We're seeing quite a curl here. Glad to have you with us. Hope you've had your morning coffee or caffeine and sit back and enjoy some curling. Nate with a nice draw to the edge of the button. A little danger if they tried to go after that. It would probably jam on the back yellow one, back of the 4 foot. In between the ends, we'll try to give you a little update on what's going on in the life of these curlers. See Keith Dropkin there as one of the coaches. He's got his binoculars out. Here comes a takeout. Gonna run that in, trying to run it back into their opposing rocks. Close but no cigar. Nate Parry. The Bemidji Curling Club is a 6-sheet curling club. We're playing on sheets 2 through 5. The outer ones are not being used for this event. Nate releases right before the hog line. Try to draw into that yellow one. The second stone. Coming into the house. Right to the button. Zach Brenden is showing to do a double here. Hit in that pocket of the red ones. I'm not certain if he can spin out the third rock, the one in the middle. As it may jam. We'll see what happens here. Here's Heidi Holt with a high hard one. Seems to be hanging out. There it is. Ann and Nate seem to be somewhat in control of this end. And Podoll. Needs to move a lot to get to the center. We'll see if it takes off here when it gets close to the hog line. Starting to curl, a little late, but it is curling. Very good placement. Zach is showing that he wanted to come in from the right side, doing the out turn, counterclockwise. Heidi will be holding the broom for him. Hold the broom at the edge of the 8 and 12 foot line. Having a great job done by our crew here. Our tech guy, Bill Sanford. Applaud him for a nice job that he's doing.
Thank you.
Got Bill here beside me. Good to have you with us. Here comes the draw, and it's holding out there. Slides by. Got at least 2 for red. That red team being Ann Podoll and Nate Parry.
Send me a text so I have your cell number.
Nate Parry and Podoll. Yeah, we appreciate all the work by the different volunteers in our club, headed up by Dave Wolford. So we'll talk a little bit about Ann Podoll. She'd like to thank her family and friends for their support. Dad is Frank Podoll, who many of us know in the curling world. She played the trombone at NDSU, Gold Star Marching Band. Asked Ann what her favorite curling shot is. And it says, she said, depends on the ice. Right now, a 20-foot run back for the win. That's sweet when you can make those. Ann plays on a number of teams. Club Nationals, with Emily and Beth and Kenzie. What other sports she likes? She likes to play volleyball and just picked up on golf and really enjoys the time at the lake. Here comes Ann with her rock. Her boyfriend is Zach Anderson. Hope he's listening and watching. And her coach is CJ Parry. She's been curling for 23 years. And that sure is reflected in the nice job she's doing. Ice didn't curl quite as much as I expected. Drops it right behind the forefoot. So the forefoot's still open. Zach Brenden throwing that first stone. Thus he'll be throwing the fifth stone also. You can change up in between the ends. They can change who's going to be throwing the rock. Waiting for that curl. Very nice. Right on top. Still room though. Still room for Nate. Throw this rock on top of the button. Try to get it in tight so that it'll be hard to get out. Quite a few rotations there for Zach. I'm sorry, for Nate. Spins out of the sheet. Now Zach with the yellow rock. Excuse me, that would be Heidi, his teammate. Trying to lay right on that button shot. Puts rotation on it. A lazy handle when the rock doesn't rotate much. Seems to be moving an awful lot. That had a little bit more speed and quite a bit of rotation, stayed straighter. Yellow rocks of Zach and Heidi are still in control. Nate Parry now planning on drawing onto that yellow rock. And Podoll ready to sweep. Each team trying to get accustomed to the ice and the play of their opponents. They seem to be throwing or setting up a little bit wide on that in-turn, both teams. Liz Johnson doing the timing behind that sheet. We got a big crew of timers. Appreciate the work Liz and her cohorts are doing. Thank you, Bemidji Curling Club members, for your support of this event. If you want to support it too, you can go to the QR code. It shows up every 15 minutes or so on our screen. Would appreciate it. Heidi Holt delivering that rock with Zach Brenden ready to sweep. I had mentioned before, it appears that these rocks are staying out a little bit longer than they expect. This one's coming in. And stops at the edge of the button. Thank you to all the sponsors. Yeah, come out to the Bemidji Curling Club, the cozy confines of the Bemidji Curling Club. It may be cold outside, but it's warm inside, watching the curling. And Podoll, Nate Parry, are ahead 3-0 after the first, playing 8 ends. Unless one team or another concedes early. A little cooler if you're out on the ice. Here comes a hit. Slides right by that guard. One and pops over. Second rock, but it's ahead of the tee line, which is advantageous. This is the B crew, Pool B. "17-year-old Heidi Holt. Throwing her teammate Zach, getting ready to sweep if so needed. They're coming in from the other side this time. Sweeping hard, Zach. She draws it right into the button. Wow, was that terrific? What a shot. Four rocks now in or touching the 8 foot, or the 4 foot rather. Another one touching the 8 foot in the back. That was one gorgeous draw. Nate Parry contemplating the shot that's going to be thrown here. They will have to move that yellow rock if they want to get into the button. Narrowed up the broom some. And with the counterclockwise. Play it tight. It'll be awfully tight on that guard rock. If she can get by. Oh, it's as close as you can get. This is another gorgeous shot. And Podoll. It was a beautiful rock. Back and forth, back and forth. The junior team, Zach and Brenden. Heidi holding the broom. We'll see a hit here. Got to get by that front one and hit as much as they can. That front guard. Oh, he is right by it. Here goes the pop, and he knocks it out. What a terrific shot. Man, did we see the good shots on end number 2. And with that shot, Brenden and Heidi even up the score. I believe it'll be 3-3. We saw some gorgeous shots on that end. Fun to see those shots. Terry Matson working in the club here. If you want to come and join me a little bit, get him on the mic a little bit.
That was an awesome shot.
Terry Matson, I had the privilege of working with him on the junior committee. But before we get Terry on the mic, give you an update on Heidi Holt. Heidi is, of course, curling with Zach Brenden. Coaches' names are Keith and Shelley Dropkin. She curls out of Bismarck at the Capital Curling Club. Been curling for 11 years. And how'd she start? She learned from her grandpa. We have a team sport here. Grandpa Doug and Grandma Tara are her curling heroes. Her favorite shot is a double peel. She plays on Team Hagenbach on their juniors team. And here's one that I've never heard of anyone saying her favorite sport is power slapping. Actually just watching, not participating. She can play 5 different types of guitars. And if she could meet anyone living today, it would be the crazy Hawaiian and power slapping celebrity. Isn't that interesting? We're going to give a mic here to Terry and we'll talk a little bit with Terry Matson from the Bemidji Curling Club. Terry's the assistant director for this event.
Hey, Kent.
Yeah, what do you think, Terry? Some great shots in that last
Wow, yeah, that was a great shot for 3 there that was pretty close to the guard, but just made it by.
They had a number of them, Terry, that just barely slipped by, didn't they?
Yeah, it's been a fun game to watch so far.
Yeah. 3-3.
It's going to go down to the wire.
I
here.
think it is.
Yeah.
The owning of this button is just unbelievable. We can see that again, that shot.
Yeah, another one right on the button. Yeah. I want to play them in leagues here.
No, not at all. And the ice team is doing a good job out there, aren't they?
They are. Yep. This ice was very interesting after they scratched the rocks,
Yes.
sanded the rocks down. We had a game here that we were curling 7 to 8 feet, and they wanted us throwing rocks Monday night to kind of get that original grind from the rocks.
Yes.
You know, take that off of there, so we weren't doing that when they started. And boy, it took a while to adjust.
There's another nice draw.
Very, very nice. Yeah.
Just the top of the forefoot. Trying to control that 4-foot zone. What's your favorite shot, Terry?
One that I make,
One that you make.
especially against you.
I couldn't give a wiser answer than that. Terry started curling over on the range.
Yes, I did.
What club were you at then?
At the Virginia Venant Curling Club long before Curl Masabi was built.
And then we were privileged to steal him away and have him come and live in Bemidji.
Yeah.
And he's been curling here and is a mainstay of the curling club. Has helped beyond imagine with the junior program. Terry and I were privileged to work together on that. His daughters were accomplished junior curlers.
They were both played very competitively, and went to Olympic trials, and it was fun to follow them around.
There's a guard shot, by the way, by Heidi Holt.
Fun to follow them around using all of our vacation time in northern climates for 6 years. Is what that boiled down to.
Yeah. Their names?
Christy and Monica.
Okay.
Yeah.
Used to be Madsland.
Used to be, yeah.
Yeah. The improvement of junior curling is phenomenal, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, the intensity and the amount of practice and now that back then there was no U18, now there's U20, U21.
And U14.
U14.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many more opportunities for competitive play. Boy, there's another
Yeah.
really nice
Nate
draw.
Parry comes in from the right side with a counterclockwise curl. We would call it an out curl. And man, he draws that right in. But that yellow rock is trying to hold on. The one on the button.
Yep.
It's kind of lonely in there with those 3 red rocks surrounding it. Junior curler Heidi Holt getting ready to throw. Zach Brenden will be sweeping there with Heidi. I think they realize it's not curling quite as much as it did last night.
No.
So
yeah.
they were missing a few in that first end, coming out wide.
I think that's still that slight adjustment to the fresh,
Yeah,
the sanding them down.
yeah, the sanding down, and they did a fresh flood yesterday.
Yep.
Or Sunday night
It
going
all
into Monday.
impacts and everything. Yep, that's a
There's a
little
good
light.
guard out there. They got a guard on each side.
Yep.
Come to the 4th rock, Terry, and they can do some takeouts
Right.
after that. 4th rock and after.
We were talking about that last night. We came up with 6th rock, but we were counting the 2 that are previously
Yeah, correct.
set in there before they start. But,
And those set rocks can count as points too.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Hey, Perry, trying to run that rock.
It's a little wide.
He did clear it up, so maybe he can take care of it in the next
Next shot. Yeah.
next shot. Yep. The first national mixed doubles tournament, Terry, was here in Bemidji, 2017.
Correct.
And tell us who the winners were.
Well, the winners were Bemidji's own Nate and Jamie Haskell. And Jamie actually is Jamie Haskell, married name, of course, Jamie Johnson. And my oldest daughter played with the Johnsons for many, many years.
Yeah, Jamie and Cassie. Cassie now Potter.
Yes.
Come from a curling family, Tim and Liz Johnson, and back to the Bergstroms, Lenny Bergstrom, Harlow Bergstrom from years gone by. Great
Yep.
curling family that have supported the Bemidji Curling Club, been active in it for years.
Sort of unusual, but when I walked in the door here in 1990, Lenny Bergstrom was looking for a curler because Terry Bergstrom had moved to the Iron Range, to Virginia. And Terry, his grandson, Terry, ended up on my team and I ended up on his team. And I still curl with Lenny Thursday nights at 6:30.
Lenny is one of our living legends.
Yeah, he's curled
In his
for,
80s, I would believe.
He's 85, I believe. Yeah. And still he's an excellent curler.
Yes. One of those sports where you can play when you're 85 and you can play, your teammate could be a few generations displaced from you.
Yeah.
This is an important shot here, Terry.
Yes, it is.
As we have Nate Parry trying to run this yellow rock.
Okay.
He's getting it right by the guard.
It's going to
The
hit.
shot is going to hit. Pops them all kind of out of contention, except the one that's in the forefoot. To get at that one in the forefoot, the yellow rock in the forefoot, a little bit difficult now.
It's still
But it's the
looking,
yellow
still
rock's
looks pretty
turn.
lonely
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
by itself there.
But they'll try to get another one in there with it. Zach is holding the broom, or I'm throwing the rock, excuse me, and Heidi holding the broom. She's showing quite a bit of curl in this shot. So how many leagues are you playing, Terry?
At least 3. Sometimes 4 times a week.
What league did you enjoy the best?
I enjoy our two. We have a 2-on-2 league which has been operating. I was talking to one of the older members here yesterday about when did that start, and we have a totally different format for our 2-on-2 league.
Much like the stick curling in Canada, the format is. Here comes that draw.
Oh, that's a real good
Bumps
shot.
off the.
Yep,
The
that's
one
a good
rubs
one.
off the.
Yeah, that was
That was
great.
a dandy shot, setting it up for
They-
future use. Although
Let's see.
Ann and Nate have a hammer on this. A shout out to Frank Podoll, longtime junior supporter in Fargo. He's got a bonspiel named after him now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Frank has been a coach and promoter of curling, and especially junior curling. His daughters have shown that skill. You hear the Podoll name quite often in these tournaments.
For sure.
Terry, did he come from a curling family?
No. I regrettably was asked to curl over there in Virginia for maybe a couple years before I finally said yes. And I regret that because back then when you're younger and more flexible, you have a better chance of gaining some
Yes.
advantage.
Trying to get through that port. A little hole, but it's tight and it's onto the guard rock. Guard did its job. One steal for the yellow. Coaches look a little cold out there, Terry.
Yep.
Junior curlers, Heidi Holt and Zach Brenden, they've won the mixed doubles for juniors and thus get to play in this event. 16 teams in this event, an A pool and a B pool. I almost hate to ask you, Terry, but do you have a favorite that you think will pull this out, or a few?
No, I'm not going to answer that one, I guess. I really haven't developed a favorite for any reason. So,
Not necessarily a favorite of yours, but a favorite as far as you think would win.
well, Stapira, certainly has that opportunity, I think.
Sure.
And kind of beyond that, I'm not
Andrew
sure.
Stapira, who's curling with Sarah Anderson, now Fenson,
Yeah.
just down the way. From Wayne Holt crew.
Guys are doing a great job.
Thank you, Wayne.
Actually, Pete Fenson lives just across. I'm on the river, the Mississippi River, and just across Pete lives. And I was out on the pontoon last summer, and during, I think it was 4th of July, and stopped by and said hi to Sarah and Graham and,
Yeah.
and Alex and everybody. They were all there,
Yeah.
which was,
So you know that guy. I know him a little bit too.
yeah, you know him a little bit. You're related, aren't you?
He's my nephew.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Sarah Anderson, Fenson, married my great nephew Grant. What a nice couple. Here goes the draw. He was calling out instructions for Zach to sweep. It's by the guard, trying to pull into that button without bouncing too hard on it. Nice draw to the back of the button. Boy, if we could own that 4 foot like
They do.
Oh, wow.
Makes me.
Mike Schmidt's in the house. He's helping work on the ice. Thank you, Mike. And attempting to do the same thing and draw onto that yellow stone. Well, what's your official duties this week as assistant director?
Well, officially, I'm back up to everybody if there's somebody doesn't show up, and primarily it's Dave is going to try to work a little bit. He does have a full-time job,
Oh, he
unlike
does, huh?
some of us, and he's going to try to do a little work. So if something comes up that needs to be dealt with, that's going to be my job. So
Thank you for doing that, and thank you for all your years and supporting the club and joining me as a team of workers on the junior committee. Many years. We started out with nothing.
yeah,
and
we started that. There's a story how that started, even, but maybe not.
yeah.
Kind of long, but
How many years ago would you say?
wow, that was in the '97, and I was treasurer of that organization or president for that entire till this summer. I finally passed on that checkbook this summer.
And thank you for doing that,
It's
Terry.
still much active, very active, of course. And you've talked probably about the size of our junior program a little
Yeah,
bit.
we have an active program on Sunday with the younger kids, 2 different draws, as you'd say. Right now, we have an important shot coming from Nate Parry. Let's. Trying to draw in from the left side. It looks like it's going to be tight on the guard if it dashes like most of these rocks have. And sweeping hard to try to get it by. It's going to be close. Going to be close. Look at that rock. Look at that rock. So, Terry, you're calling some of the seniors events now. How would you like if your teammates did that shot for you?
Don't get me started. Oh yeah, that would be wonderful. Wow.
And they'd probably say the same about you and I.
About our
skipping it,
shots.
right? Why couldn't you do that? It looks like red is right now the shot rock.
Yeah, it's right.
Hid pretty good in there. But there is room to come around, and there is room on the button for
Yeah.
the rock of Heidi's. These two are good representatives of junior curling in the mixed doubles. Little directional sweeping going on. Heidi from the Capital Curling Club in Bismarck. She took over a shot rock.
Yep. Very nice shot there. With a little backstop, so that's going to be hard to move. Take a couple of hits, perhaps.
So if you could name one experience that you had, Terry, on curling that stands out in your mind, what would it be?
Well, the first bonspiel I ever played in, I was a member of Rotary in Virginia, and I was throwing lead, and the team from the U.S. that did the best in that tournament, got the farthest in the playdowns, would win the international trophy. And as lead, it was my second year only, and we got our name on that trophy. I'm sure no thanks to me of any great, but then I did take a Rotary team from here in about 2007 as skip, and went back and accomplished that same feat. Got my name on that trophy, which meant more to me than any prize. It was just kind of neat.
Yeah. We used to have those trophies that perpetuated on down the line. And
Yeah.
it was fun to go back and go, hey, I forgot all about that. I won that in '86 or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, my name was still on there from '83, so it was.
Heidi Holt in the hack. What is she attempting here, Terry?
Yeah, I was just going to say, I mean, They're next shot. They've eventually got to hit them rocks hard, and she's probably drawing again in to take some of that away. Guarding.
Trying to cut that down to 1.
Well, yeah. Aren't they? Is red is maybe shot?
I believe red
pretty
is shot.
close, Yeah.
There goes a little bit of a bump.
Yeah, that's not.
Well,
no,
definitely
yeah.
shot
No,
now.
they for sure are shot. Yeah.
And looking at those 3 yellow rocks. They're going to move that much granite.
Yeah,
they're going to have to throw a little
I was
bit.
going to say this one's coming hard.
Do you know anyone that throws a high hard one?
We were timing them 6.5 seconds from
Hog
hog
to
to hog.
Yes. Andrew Stapira.
Yep.
That used to be my son's favorite shot, the
Yeah.
high hard ones.
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah, that was a lookout. Zach's throwing a hard one. That is true.
Yeah, Josh threw.
Josh,
Yeah.
So,
I've tried to inherit a little bit of that.
well, with that stick, I think you've got a better chance there.
Yeah, we try.
Pretty nasty with that.
What's your next big curling event, Terry?
I'm not. I don't have anything on the schedule right now.
There's Nate's shot.
Gosh, I thought he was going to throw that way higher. That's an interesting call.
Trying to get to the inside of that rock.
Yeah, that's not enough.
There's kind of a mess.
Yeah. I think.
Red is number 1.
Red is.
And I think yellow's got 2 and 3.
Time for a guard. Don't see guards thrown very often in this. Yep.
Terry belongs to Legends here in Bemidji and played 2 days a week and different teams every week. This coming week, on the 27th, Itasca Curling Club is bringing a crew over to play. Should be a good event.
Yep.
We go back and forth with Itasca, Grand Rapids, Minnesota, and do some events back and forth. A lot of fun. Okay, Zach. Looks like he's just throwing the guard.
He's guarding, yeah.
Yeah. You're right. We don't see a whole lot of that, do we?
No. They're so good at raising. Now, one of
Yes.
those yellow rocks is going to be aiming right at the pile here to try to get that red one out. That was a good guard.
Yes. I like that it's far enough away from the house that it's not as apt to make it perfect. Closer it is to those rocks, it can advance them easier. Places. Look at the one right. He'll probably be doing a counterclockwise curl from the outside. That's what he's looking at right now. 2 red rocks, one in the bottom and one behind it. To me, it looked like they're welded in
They are.
too hard, and I'm not certain if he'll.
I was just gonna say the same thing.
I don't know if he can gain any.
Is this gonna accomplish?
If it over curls and hits that yellow, gets out far enough. A little bit of danger of that. Oh, like we said, there's some danger in that shot.
Assuming that was planned, I didn't even see that.
No, it went for the other team. Yeah, the opposing team got 2.
Yep.
And Red was sitting one before that, right?
Yep.
Kind of a misfortune there for Ann.
Well,
Well, Terry, it's been good to have you
Yeah.
here with, and we'll catch you later
I'm
in the
sure
week.
I'll be back.
Okay.
As they say.
Thank you, Terry.
Good job.
Terry Manson with us here. Does a lot of work in the Bemidji Curling Club. We appreciate Terry very much. Well, we're at the fourth end break, doing a little bit of cleaning of the ice. And a good time to catch you up on what Zach Brenden is up to. Zach is a junior curler along with Heidi, 19 years old, and is the reigning junior mixed doubles champion along with Heidi, thus being in this event. We asked Zach who his curling hero is, and it's one and only Corey Dropkin. His coaches are Corey's parents, Keith and Shelley Dropkin. He too curls from the Capital Curling Club of Bismarck. Asked him how he started curling, which he started 9 years ago. He said Caden Kraft, who is actually playing in this tournament, got me into the sport. Says they're good friends, and he was curling before me and asked me to come and try it. When I went to try it, he never looked back, and we're glad he's curling today and in this championship. Asked him what his favorite curling shot is, and he said his favorite shot is to throw is a draw to the button for the win. Not a high, hard one, but a draw to the button. As they say, you hit for show and draw for dough. Asked him what his favorite experience was, memorable experience curling to date, and he said he playing in Korea in the Junior Olympics. It was awesome playing an arena like that and being able to hear all the fans cheer when a big shot is made. That's quite a experience. The cowbell's all ringing. His favorite sport besides curling is golf. He works at Northwest Contracting, Bismarck. One of the facts about him is that he can ski on one ski, and he loves being at the lake in the summer. He'd like to thank his family for supporting him, and they are the reason he's been able to accomplish everything that he has accomplished, he tells us. Without them, I would not have gotten as far in curling as I have. Thank you to his family from him. He's doing a terrific job representing the U.S. in junior curling. And 19-year-old Zach Brenden and his teammate Heidi Holt are in the lead, 6-3. First 3 points by Ann Podoll and her partner Nate Parry, followed by a 3 by Heidi and Zach. They stole 1 in the third end and 2 more in the fourth to give us their current score of 6-3. Today at 12:30, draw number 3. And on our feature sheet on draw number 3 be the team of Dutt and opposing McMacken and Strauss. That's coming at 12:30. Be here with us as we broadcast that one. Hope you're enjoying curling from the Bemidji Curling Club. Bemidji Curling Club, 91 years old. Heidi, setting up that rock. Just checking something out. Feels like there's something under the rock. Nate Parry setting the one in the back of the forefoot. At one time, I believe it was the back. for the yellow team. Zach Brenden and Heidi Holt. They'll be throwing that first rock. They do not have the hammer. Appears like they're shortening up a little bit on that draw ice, as some of those rocks were coming a little bit wide. I think we had a lot more curl last night, at least it appeared. There's some directional curling going now. Sweeping. Trying to get it to the button. Very nice shot by Zach. Sweeping his own rock. Might be calling this shot. And drawing from the other side with her red rock. Nate Parry. Nate sweeping here. As needed. He's not sweeping now. I think he feels that rock might be a little bit hot. And it looks like it's going to sneak into the back of the 8-foot. If she could have took about 3 feet off that rock, I think she'd have been happy with it. A couple options here for the junior team. One would be to raise their rock up a little bit, or the second would be to come from the opposing side of their yellow rock in a 4-foot touching the button. They've elected to come to the side of their yellow rock. Ends up short, it can be a guard. If it ends up into it, they can tap it up closer to the button. Or at least full button. Part button at this point in time. It slides by 2. Not by much. I think they would have liked a little tap there. Or at least advance that rock and keep their rock in the top of the 4-foot. Yellow sitting 1 in the predetermined red rock is the number 2 rock. Mr. Parry throwing the rock, the red rock from that clockwise turn, and it's close to getting by, but it's gonna just connect a little bit with that predetermined yellow rock. They've been throwing really good weight in this game. If they struggled with anything, it would be a little bit on the line. But we're talking very precise draws, very precise hits. That center rock was moved a little bit, so I think we'll see Heidi trying to draw in on that left side as we look away from the home end. The steal of 2 in the 4th was not really what was planned by Ann and Nate. There's your guard shot. Ann and Nate looking at that draw to the button from our left side. Some teams hold the broom for each other to give them guidance as far as where to hit. Other teams go down and sweep for their teammate and have the person throwing the rock call how much the rock is moving from left to right or right to left. The accuracy of their weight calls and sweeping and knowing the weight to get where they want it to end has been phenomenal. Parry sweeping hard to get it by that guard and into the button area. This is very close. I think he's going to rub up on the other shot, the yellow rock. A little bit of spin in. I believe yellow is still sitting 1. Nate's last shot is 2. The one that was predetermined in the back of the 4-foot is 3, followed by another yellow rock at 4. Yellow rocks by Zach Brenden and Heidi Holt. The red rocks by Ann Podoll and Nate Parry. Shout out to our board and those that have done the work on electronics here. It's phenomenal. We're blessed to have some of the best technology that there is right now. And it's been spruced up by Dave Wilford and his crew. Thank you for all you do, Dave and Jen. Gotta go hard here so they don't hit that rock. They get by it. There's a hit on that rock and it rolls in. Yellow is sitting 2. That was a beautiful shot by Heidi Holt. That was a huge shot. Heidi's been curling 11 years. And they're coached by Keith and Shelley Dropkin. Girls out of Bismarck, North Dakota, the Capital Curling Club. Good crew of folks over there. Dave Jenkins, the home ice. That was John Melky's club too. I've enjoyed playing there at different times. They put on a great junior camp, followed up by a bonspiel after that in the summer. Enjoyed that. Rock very tight on that rock again, on that guard rock, and it just rubs that guard rock. Nate and Ann have had a few of those now that have been just very close. Just getting that guard, and you can know for you curlers out there when you're trying to get those rocks and they just skim the guard, it's a real defeating feeling. I think the most defeating feeling is a sweeper that tries to sweep the rock over the hog line and sweeps the full sheet of the ice, and it just doesn't get over that hog line by an inch or two. Comes Brendan's shot. He runs up and gets ready to sweep. They're waiting for it to curl. And it'll pull in. There's a nice guard. Tough call now for Ann and Nate. Sitting 2. Junior curlers from North Dakota. like a couple other North Dakota curlers. What would you call it? Curlers, to learn a little bit more about the game, I was watching these elite curlers. As a coach, I like to have them figure out what they would do before the skips would on a game. They've elected to run the red one out on the side. I like it. Going to be a tough, tight shot on the yellow guard, but with a little bit of potential to scatter those two if it's hit perfectly. The level of difficulty is very high on this shot. Hands in the hack. Run back, angle run back. She's a little wide on that, I think. Oh no, another one gets bumped in. But it bumped out the other one. They got two more. A steal of two. After 5 ends, we have a score of 8-3. Eight-end game. We'll probably be seeing a power play coming into effect pretty soon, if not at this time. Okay, we got a power play. Neat Nan with the hammer here. We'll have the rock in the house. Heidi and Zach. We'll have the one in front of the house. That rock that's in the house at the T line. With the half being in on the white 8-foot and half being on the red 12-foot. Directly above that, above the ice, with the yellow rock as the guard. Hammer belongs to Ann and Nate. Podoll and Parry. So here's Heidi's first rock. Should be thrown the first and the fifth. As the day progresses, we'll have more and more people coming in to watch curling. Climax by our 7:30 draw. Fun to talk with Terry Matson here a little earlier. And then immediately after this game, we hope to interview I had to stop to see that shot. If he can get that rock swept out, bring the red rock back in. The yellow rock is pulled out. Cannot take out a rock with the first 3 stones. Got to wait till the 4th rock. Good team of timers. On this sheet we have Liz Johnson. She's done quite a bit of coaching and a lot of curling herself. Her daughters, Cassie and Jamie, been in the competitive field for a long time. They were in the Olympics in 2006. They were have a junior world championship in the family. That draw goes to the back of the rings. Over half of it out. Still part of it in. We'll have to see if that comes into play. Red needs some points. That's why they called this power play. Bemidji has hosted this event 2 other times. This will be the 3rd time since 2011. Starting with that rock a little bit outside of the center. Curling in, trying to freeze it down to that red rock. A lot of room by the guard. Most of it is able to see that rock. It is now shot rock. Staggered a little bit from that pre-placed red rock. Nate Parry. And sweeping right out, almost out of his hand. Nate throws quite a few revolutions. Try to move that yellow rock that's in the house. A little bit light, so it curls in behind other stone. Yellow sitting number 1 rock. Zach Brenden will be attempting to draw to that side where all the rocks are. Zach's sliding out. About the same broom that he had on his previous rock. See, it's curling hard now. Breaking hard. Is he going to freeze up on that red rock, or is he going to bounce? A little bit of bounce. Good rock. Would have liked to have froze right on it. Pretty tough when you throw a rock 146 feet to be within inches. There used to be an old Canadian curling ad. It said, "You say football is a game of inches. In curling, we wish we had inches." Precise game. Nate Parry. Coming in tight on that guard. Did rub the guard. Allen's trying to get that into the rings, the red rock that's sliding over. Just outside the rings on the left. Zach Brenden talking about splitting the house or drawing to the side where all the rocks are. Play. Timeout. Keith Dropkin, their coach, talking to him. Something new with those coaches sitting out on the ice. There's Keith Dropkin giving advice. Nate Parry's father is his coach. Hats off to the coaches of the world. They put in a lot of time, give their expertise, pass it on to the next generation of curlers. So they've determined to play to the same side. No, they haven't. To the opposite side, I'm sorry. Trying to get it in the house. Both teammates are sweeping hard. Trying to outcount those red rocks. Does go to the opposite side of the house, but short, maybe 2 feet to outcount the red rock that's on the tee line. I think that was the initial rock that was predetermined by the team when they set those stones out. Mixed doubles curling is relatively new in the curling world, considering our sport goes back 500 plus years. Here comes a hit. Nate Parry throws the rock, gets up, ready to sweep. Our rock appears to be wide a little bit. We might have a advance, and yes, we do. Did get the one out, at least out of contention. Yellow sitting first rock and red with second. Yellow third. And hard to say who's fourth from my angle. My name is Kent Barr, and I'm glad to be your host here for this event. At least your host online. Hope you're enjoying curling from the Bemidji Curling Club, the 2026 Mixed Doubles National Tournament. The winner gets to curl, represent the United States of America in Geneva, Switzerland for the World 2026 Mixed Doubles Tournament. What a trip, what an experience for the curlers that come out with this. The takeout gets rid of one of those red stones. And Podoll. I think the yellow team of Brenden and Holt would have liked to have gotten that red rock that was next to the counting rock. An opportunity here for yellow to come back quite a bit here. Remove that rock, and if they hit solid on that, they could get, I believe, 4 back. This is an important shot. I'm sorry, we've got them mixed up here on rocks. And throwing the, is it going to get it? No, yellow steals another one. I had it confused for you. I'll blame it on a senior moment. Yellow steals in the 6th. Confidence builder for the young Holt and Brenden team. Looking at the 7th end coming up. Keith Dropkin is pleased, I'm sure, with the performance of his junior team. Junior mixed doubles team, that is. Hey, if you're within driving distance or can get here out to the Bemidji Curling Club, you'll see lots of action. We'll be running through Sunday for our championships at 1 o'clock Sunday. We'll broadcast throughout the event. Little change up from curling stadium to doing our own electronics. If you've enjoyed this event and could contribute to on the code that shows up about every 15 minutes, you can get information on that. It'd help us support to be able to provide a few more of these events here out of the Bemidji Curling Club. I anticipate we'll be doing many more in the future. Sweeping hard to get past that guard rock and to get it into the button. He's doing it all. He's shooting and sweeping with his teammate Heidi Holt calling the shot. Beautiful to the top of the forefoot, just biting the forefoot. Right in the line behind the guard. 9-3. Ann's rock. Nate Parry sweeping for her. Gets by the guard. Gonna lay up on that yellow rock that was previously thrown by their opponents. This building was built in 1967. It's been the home of Bemidji Curling since then. Before then, they were downtown, about 6th in America. From 1935 to 67, that was the home of Bemidji Curling. This is a city-owned building, but the curling club owns all the infrastructure beyond that. Did a lot of improvements here in the last couple of years. The electronic system is phenomenal. Enjoy working with it. A lot of painting, a lot of putting up new metal on the outsides of the arena. On the inner wall, that would be. There's a draw. Steve. Here's Nate Parry. Trying to generate some offense. Got a little bit of frustration on rubbing those guards. Again, this one's going to be close to that guard. And again, a rub. The score doesn't reflect how good of curlers Ann and Nate are. They're exceptional curlers. We'll see throughout the rest of the event. I'm sure you'll get to see how good they are. The score doesn't reflect it right now. However, Heidi Holt and Zach Brenden are curling unbelievable. That's the steals in the third through the sixth end. And the nice three shot that they had in the second. Heidi with the clockwise curl in turn. A rock appears to be hanging out there quite a ways. Comes Nate Parry up to sweep it out. Back to the back 12 foot. And it stops at the back of the rings. Oh, about middle 12 foot. The three rings, 12, 8, and 4. You'll hear when you're playing them yell out top of the 4 or top of the 8, whatever. They're trying to get the sweeper to bring it to that place. Excuse me, the sweeper will be calling back where they think it's going to land. Looking to hit that yellow rock in the top of the rings. Pretty close, they're off and on. Pretty close. Goes yellow into, knocks out the yellow one. Red now sitting 2. Good shot. One yellow in the back of the house, 2/3 on. The other yellow in the front of the house. Right at the 12-foot transition into the 8-foot. In the 4-5 zone, if you're doing the Furby system of 1 through 10. Good game going here. Other games are broadcast on our live stream, or you can watch all 4 at a time. Sheet 3 is our feature sheet and get the commentating with it. Calling for a sweep, calling for a hard sweep. Hits into 1, pops the 1 out. Red is sitting 1. I think Red's sitting better this end than they have in the previous ends. If Red was to score, I would guess that we would see another power play come into effect. Next draw, 12:30. That'd be draw number 3. Draw number 4 is at 4 o'clock. And at 7:30 will be draw number 5. You'll see the teams from this pool, Pool B, playing again. At 4, here comes a shot. Nate Parry. Trying to pop it out. Pops it out. The junior team of Brenden and Holt going to be trying to draw a rock in to the button. make it difficult for Parry and Podoll to pop that one out. If they could do so, they could gain some points back here. Crucial shot. Brenden. Needs to curl about 5 feet anyway. Starting to bend. Need a lot of bending here. Some power sweeping by Heidi Holt. Bringing it into the house. I believe it's shot rock. And Podoll has a tough job ahead of her to move that rock. If she could get it out of the house and keep hers in the house, she would score either 3 or 4. Have to play tight by that guard rock. She's in the hack. Here comes the slide. For the hog line. And jumped up to sweep if so needed. That line's going to be close on the guard. She gets by the guard. Into the yellow rock. How far is that yellow rock going to go? But out of the rings. There's either 3 or 4 scored. Trying to determine on that 4th stone who has it, yellow or red. We might see a measurement coming into play. At least 3, and with a possible 4. Okay, we're calling for a measurement. Officials will come out to do that measurement. What's your bet? Yellow or red? Cameras can be a little deceiving here, depending on how the camera is angled. This, if it's 4, would be quite a boost for the Podoll Parry team, coming into the last end down 2. Steve Shields doing a lot of officiating these days. We're glad that he's here in Bemidji, helping us out officiating. And we have a lot of good folks here from the USCA, different timers and officials. Our own Brian Glenn is one of the officials for this event. Steve dials in on that spring-loaded measurement stick. Checking out where the yellow rock is. Precise. Wants to do it accurate. Here he comes swinging that clockwise onto the red rock. determining which is the shot rock. They push the red to the center. Oh, pushing it out. Usually it's pushed to the center and we can tell which one it is that scores. We know that at least 3. Eighth end action. And Podoll. Gonna throw. See, I want to tell you a little about her teammate. Oh, we're waiting for this end to start. Nate Parry. He'd like to thank his wife Emily and his family and friends and his coach, his dad CJ. CJ out on ice there. You can see him on the left, on the right part of your screen. If you could meet anyone today, says he'd like to meet Peyton Manning. It was a 4. They've scored 3 in the first end, 4 in the 7th. And hoping for at least a deuce in the 8th. Interesting fact about Nate Parry. He cannot smell. He was born that way. Says he has 2 cats and loves all animals. He started curling after the 2009 Olympic trials that were in Denver. And he and his dad got tickets and got to see Schuster and Burr play, and he fell in love with the sport. Team Burr gave him a t-shirt. These elite curlers are so good to the young folks that are coming up, and they encourage them to curl. They're very approachable. He plays on Team Hodak. He plays lead for Team Hodak. They'll be going to their 2nd men's national, his 3rd, next month. Loves all sports, golf, all the Denver teams, you know, the Broncos and the Nuggets, and on down the line. See that power play set up by the Brenden and Holt team. Nice draw. Touching button. Nate Parry coming with his own rock. In turn, clockwise. Trying to get to that button, or at least the top of that rock that's in the house. Clears the guard. Looks like he's going to bump that rock, maybe, or just up to it. Nice freeze right up to it. Very good shot. This is in the top of the house. Looking to advance that later on. Well, here comes a high, hard takeout. That red rock is eliminated.
Right, yeah, that would be it. I like that a lot.
Wanting to be able to access those rocks with their hammer position in this end. 8th end, 9-7. Nate's a financial analyst. There we go. Financial analyst at Sanford Health. He's been married 2.5 years to his wife Emily. He plays out of the Fargo Moorhead Curling Club. 29-year-old Nate Parry. Here's his rock. Trying to freeze up to the shot that he had before. They do have a guard on it. It's in line for a run back if he wants to use it in the future. Unless his opponents take care of that rock. Chip it up. Yellow sitting 1 and 3. With red at number 2 position. Only rocks in the house. So they're trying to wick out this rock. Heidi Holt makes the shot called. Good job, Heidi. In fact, good job all around here. And Podoll, Nate Parry, Heidi Holt, Zach Brenden. 8th end action at the Bemidji Curling Club. Just a shout out, we are going to have a brief interview with the winner of this game right after this game, and when they make their way up to the broadcasting booth. Nate Parry trying to put another red rock on the almost side by side those two red rocks. Heidi Holt trying to get rid of at least one of those two red stones. If it gets into the pocket, possibly two, but she's going after the one on the left. That was the called shot. And we have a timeout. CJ Parry, Nate's dad, coming out to talk a little bit about the situation. Giving time off that clock. Clock really not a factor in this. You can see it up there behind the sheet. Red has 2 minutes, 20 seconds. Yellow has 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Taking their time to be able to talk out the shot. CJ Parry, coach. Opposing coach is Keith Dropkin, along with his wife Shelby. Parents of Stephen and Corey Dropkin. Red needs to score a couple points. And Podoll delivering. Gonna catch a piece of that yellow and wanting to flop over. There's the game. Yellow scores 1. Final score of 10-7. Heidi Holt, Zach Brenden are your winners in draw number 2, sheet number 3 at the Bemidji Curling Club. We'll wait here and hopefully we'll see Zach and Heidi. We'll have a short interview with them. Hang on, we'll be giving a little bit more, little bonus talking with them. Zach and Heidi were real steady, did a great job, and that comeback by Ann Podoll and Nate Parry was something. They were down by 6 points, narrowed it back down to 2 points. Had a little bit of an option there. Thank you to their timekeeper too, Liz Johnson. Liz is married to Tim and mother of 2 Olympic curlers, Cassie and Jamie Johnson. World champion. A shout out to Bob and Jan Benson. Watching at home, I believe. Nice game by both teams. A lot of good games. We'd like you to come out to the Bemidji Curling Club and watch some of the action. We get to see good folks like the Andersons.
Yeah, you did a fantastic job there.
Thanks for coming out. We're anxious to see Sarah play a little bit more. 12:30. And we got our winning team coming up. We're going to talk to for a little bit. Impressive play by Zach Brenden and Heidi Holt. We'll get to talk to them a little bit, and fun to have them here. Junior Curlers Rock in the house. I'm going to get them a mic here, and if you just hold it up to your mouth and we talk a little bit. Hey, welcome to Bemidji. To start out with a win.
Thank you.
That's the way to go.
Pretty good game.
Yeah. So, what do you think after first round? How's ice?
Really good. Less slippery than yesterday.
Yeah, it was a little greasy yesterday, I understand. Is that right?
Yeah, it was pretty slick.
Yeah.
But no, it was great out there today. Speed was perfect, and it was really easy to manage and judge and all that. So couldn't have asked for better ice.
New flooding on Sunday night, Monday morning, and just set up, I think, a little bit better after a few plays on it. We tried to play a little bit out here on Monday to get the ice settled down.
Yeah.
After an immediate flood. So tell us about your win today.
Well, it was a great start to the week. You always want to come out in a nationals and start the week with a win. It sets you up for success. I thought we came out in the first end a little dull. They got a 3-under on us, but we battled back and just kept pushing and found a way to win.
I like your fortitude in that game. Down 3 didn't bother you, and after that first end, you come back with a 3 in the second. You played tough all the way through. Pretty good deal. Good start. Heidi, how long have you curled with your partner here?
Just a little over a year.
A little over a year? And where did you win the junior nationals?
Duluth, Minnesota.
In Duluth. Yeah. Where's home?
Bismarck, North Dakota.
For both of you?
Yes.
Curl out of the Capital Curling Club.
Yes.
Dave Jenkins. Home? Jensen? I said Jenkins.
Yes.
Jensen's. Excuse me, I know Dave well, and I slipped of the tongue. Dave Jensen's home territory.
Yeah.
And was the Milkies also.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And you come from a good heritage out of that curling club.
For sure.
Who's your next opponent?
We play Hagenball Offer.
Okay, another junior crew?
Yes.
Yeah. I imagine you meet up with them when you're playing juniors?
Yes. I am teammates with the girl, Bella Hagenbaugh.
Yeah.
That will
Yeah.
play.
Bella, is she your skip? Is it?
Yes.
Yeah, Bella. So you'll be a war of vengeance here against your own teammate, huh?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh yeah. So, when is Junior Worlds?
That's in March?
Well,
No, May.
So we have Junior Nationals in March 1st, and then
As far as you've already played the Worlds?
that was last.
That
May.
was last May. Okay, but the Junior Nationals, will you be competing with this team?
Yep.
And what about that coach of yours?
He's all right. No, he's pretty good.
He's in the house. He's Mr. Dropkin, Keith Dropkin,
Yeah.
longtime curling coach and friend. Keith, got a good crew here.
I do. I'm very proud of them. They're doing great. They're learning. They did great at Worlds last year. We made playoffs,
Yes.
and man, we're learning every day. Playing some great teams this week, and we're here to learn and take that back with us and take the next step.
We're proud of them too. USA Curling, USCA, we're proud of these two and the fine representation they do. I would hate to guess how many different teams you've coached, Keith.
I've been coaching for a long time, since our boys were young, and kept on coaching since. It's a great way to give back to the sport. I've been curling for 50 years now, and had lots of great experiences. Our family has, and Shelley and I just look for ways to give back. But yeah, it's a lot of fun as you look out in the various nationals and see how many of these athletes Shelley and I have coached over the years.
Yeah.
It's very rewarding to see them sticking with it and doing well.
Well, you do a good job with coaching and the way that you and your family carry yourself. One of my most touching moments was after my son passed, and your bride came up to me at one of the events, was so gracious, and along with Stephen and Corey. I saw Corey out east at your home club, and just tremendous people, and it meant so much to me.
Well, thank you. We knew your son very well. He was a great guy. Competed against him for many years.
Yes,
great
he did.
curler, and great memories.
Yeah, that I believe the one year they were in the finals together, Stephen and Corey against Josh and Aaron Walden crew.
Yeah, I remember who won.
Well, that one, Josh's crew had a good one, but followed up by many years of Stephen and Corey, and now Corey and Corey, and Corey's Young Bucks team. What a crew.
Yep, and we're looking forward to the Olympics to cheer on Team USA in all these disciplines. And Corey, 20 years of hard work, and he's got the reward this year. Corey.
Yeah.
And Corey.
What do you think of these young people here, the junior stars?
I think it's remarkable how many juniors are advancing so quickly in this discipline. You go back a few years, and this was dominated, this event, a lot of good adult curlers, but boy, there are so many juniors coming up fast right now. Even just in this past season, we have seen several of these teams make huge improvements, and I think mixed doubles in the U.S. is going to be in great hands going forward.
Yeah, I think the veterans curlers are running scared because right behind their tails are people like these two that you're coaching. Yeah.
Well, we got a lot of work to do.
Your next opponent, Heidi? You know who your next opponent is?
Hagenball Offer?
Oh yes, your teammate.
Yes.
Yeah. So we look forward to that, and that will be at 4 o'clock, I believe.
Yep.
Come out here at 12:30 for our next draw, featuring Sheet 3 again. Congratulations on your win. Best luck throughout the tournament, and good curling.
Thank you.
Glad to have them in the booth. That's Holt, Brenden, and Mr. Coach himself, Keith Dropkin. Thank you for coming up, and we look forward to watching you the rest of the week.
Thank you.
Good luck.
My bad, Kate. I know I say it last name, but
Actually, what I think you should lock in on is saying it different every time. And then
I probably do say that different every time, so I'm pretty good at that.
I love it.
Well, this is Kent Barr closing out for this draw. Hope to have you with us at 12:30 today. We'll have the practice on sheet 3. You can see them warm up and practice somewhere around 12 o'clock. And then with the game at 12:30. At that draw, it'll be our third draw. We'll be seeing Team Dutt against McMacken and Strauss. Should be a good game. Throughout this week, this is Kent Barr saying, come on out and throw rocks at houses. Good curling.